Hi guys, welcome back to SimRaid YT, and today we're having a look at the champion Belanor. Now, Belanor's a champion I use really only one area of the game, and that's in the faction wars in the High Elf Crypt. Now, personally, and these are all just my personal opinions, okay, he might be a legendary attack champion, but he's not really a high level champion, I don't believe. Okay, he works well in the team I use in the High Elf Crypts in the faction, but apart from that, I don't really use him anywhere else in the game. As you can see here, I've got him in the team with Arbiter, a couple Royal Guards, and who's the other champion? Battle Sage. Battle Sage, the lead champion, who has additional Aurora speed, given there 19%. But yeah, we've got Belanor here, and as I was saying, okay, he's a legendary attack champion. He's got the skills that attacks one enemy, places 30% increased crit rate, buff on all allies for one turn. If this, if this attack is critical, so righto, if you use him in your team, if your other champions are only built out to 70% crit rate, well, he will increase it. But that, just remember, he's got to do critical attack for that to gain that 30% for those other movements. He also has Insummonable, which places a 6% decreased defense debuff and a 25% weaken debuff for 2 turns on target enemies. Then attacks them. Then places a perfect VAR buff on this champion for 2 turns. His damage is based on attack. He attacks one enemy with the overkill. Will attack the enemy with the lowest HP and surplus damage. If this attack kills an enemy, the surplus damage cannot be critical. Damage is based on attack. And then we have Tactical Partner. Activates a champion's sword leader skill. Now that works by also activates Zara's poison rain skill when Xavier Xavier is on the same team. Damage is based on attack, and that increased crits rate. And then we have Aurora. If he's in the lead, he has a crit rate in all battles by 24%. But as I said, okay, he's a champion you could build, put a lot of effort into him if you really wanted to, but I find Faction Wars is about his effort I use him for. Maybe Arena Offense, but by the time you get to the stage you're having a lot of legendary champions, you're not going to put a lower rate champion in there as Belanor himself. But like, he's no good in Hydra, Iron Twins, any of the keeps really. You might score him about a 3.5, 3.8 out of 5 rating, same as your Minotaurs. Campaigns, your Spider Den, he's all only in the 3s out of 5 stages. You can get him to work there, but you just put a lot of effort into his items, amulets, and different things as well. Okay, he's possible. You can put him in your Demon Lord team, but I wouldn't go to too much effort with him. Like I use him here because he works in the team. He gives that crit rate. And here's an attack champion. I have Arbiter in the team as well as for revivals if needed. But yeah, once this match finishes, then we'll jump in and I'll show you how I've got him set up. His masteries and things on him. His masteries and that do help, and the items he's in as well. The sets. So we'll see how that's done in a minute. See one of these Royal Guards to do a couple of hits, bang, and it'll be finished. No, we're not so lucky one of their big skills to come out yet. Okay, well now that was the team there with Belanor. As you can see, he's did the job. He works in the High Elf in the crypt as I require from him. So what have we got? We've got him set in accuracy and speed sets. So I do have him up at 234 speed. So, you know, you want to put a lot bit of speed onto him. We've got him in crit rate in the gauntlets. Attack percentage on the chest plate. His boots we're going with speed. The ring, we are in attack as well. The amulet, we're going to crit damage and accuracy on his banner. And as you know, the top three, they're just preset: attack, HP, and defense. So we'll have a look at his total stats here. We've got him with 33,000 HP, just over 4,500 attack. So you want to put as much attack as possible onto him. You got him 2,300 defense, 234 speed, crit rate at 85%, crit damage 198. You know, so we get a bit more crit damage on him if we had the right gear. Resist 136 and accuracy at 297. Now the reason we're going the accuracy at 297 on stages, if you're doing stage 10, you want to have 10 accuracy per level, so that's 100. You know, accuracy at 200 on stage 20, 250 at 200 on level 25, stage 25. You know, so the more accuracy you can get, the better. The skills, I do have him booked out with legendary books, so he requires 4, 3 is 7, 8, 9. 9 books. His masteries, excuse me, we're going in the offense and defense role. So we come down the list here. We've got crit rate, that gives the additional 5%. We've got keen strike, gives the additional 10%. Grim resolve increases damage inflicted by 5% when attacking with 50% HP or less. We've got single out, increases damage inflicted to targets with less than 40% HP by 8%. We've got Cycle of Violence, has a 30% chance of decreasing the cooldown of random skill by 1 turn if the damage inflicted by a skill exceeds 30% of the target's max HP. Occurs once per turn. Oh, that was the Cycle of Violence. Then we have Methodical, increases damage inflicted by this champion's default skill by 2%. Each time it's used during battle, stacks across each round in a battle up to 10%. Blood Shield places a shield buff on champions for 1 turn. When this champion kills an enemy, the value of the shield is equal to 15% of this champion's max HP. Occurs once per turn. And then we're going into the War Master, has a 6% chance of inflicting bonus damage when attacking. Bonus damage is equal to 10% of the target champion's max HP or 4% of the target's max HP when attacking bosses. Bonus damage can occur only once per skill and does not count as an extra hit. Then we're going in the defense. Tough Skin gives the additional defense of 75. We've gone to Blast Proof, decreases damage received from AoE attacks by 5%. We've gone to Resurgent, has a 50% chance to remove 1 random debuff from this champion when they lose 25% of their max HP or more from a single enemy skill. We've gone Delay Death, reduces the damage this champion receives from a specific enemy by 0.75% with each hit taken from that enemy. Damage reduction stacks up to 6% for each enemy. And then we're going to Retribution, has 50% chance to counterattack when this skill loses 25% of their max HP or more from a single enemy skill. You can put him into blessings here. If I had a blessing for him, I would probably go with Brimrose if I didn't have, you know, any other champions on the team with Brimrose. Otherwise, I can look at, what do we got here? You go Faultless Defense, you know, damage reduction on him. But, you know, I probably wouldn't at all worry about any type of blessing with this champion. Unless he's one of your best attack champions you've got in your team, then you can put the blessings to him to give those extra benefits. But, you know, as I only use him in the faction wars, I don't go to that effort. I can win the battle already easily with the team I have. You know, I can show you other areas of the game, but I don't believe he's really worth doing anything else with him, guys. So yeah, Thank you, guys. That was Belanor, and we'll see you on the next video.